We will start with one of the student like Mehak. If your mic is working now properly, then you can switch
Yes,
on the
sir.
mic and tell me that like what are the different issues that we are having, or what are the different chapters that we have to go through in case of your literature or language.
Sir, right now we didn't get our syllabus, but in literature there are only two books, one and some 2-3 poems are there and 2-3 stories are there. And in our language, there transformation of sentences is going on in the school.
Transformation of sentences. Okay, that's good. Dharam, is it the same way that is going on with you and Harsimran as well?
Yes, sir, it is the same way.
It is the same way. So transformation of sentences is the basic thing that you have to go through. Mm-hmm. Harsimran, I would ask you then, like, what's your position on the same? She, okay. Am I audible, Harsimran? Like, what are the different topics going on? Harsimran is in Dharamveer's class, or whose class she is in?
Sir, she is in max class.
Mahek's class. So that means Max class. Okay. So, okay, no problem. So we will start with the transformation of sentences, as you said that. Okay. So the kind of topic that we have, the transformation of sentences. I will take the 10th class book so that you may be ready for the future as well. But the topic will remain the same. We will discuss about the different other transformations also, whatever are the possible ones. Okay. So let me just share my screen with you so that we will jump into our lecture, our class. Just a minute. Um, Here we go. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's perfectly fine now. So then we have um, transformation of sentences. Okay. Then we have total English. Yeah, here it is. The 10th class book I have. From that one, you have to just focus on the kind of transformations are there so that you can understand the concept rather than just focusing on like the topic in your book. Okay. Just a minute. I think I have to make some changes. Here I will stop the auto rotate. And I think you can landscape, put that into the landscape mode, no? Put your phone onto the landscape mode so that you can see the things properly. Let me just juggle some of the things. And 10th class students can also get benefit of the same sequence of sentences. And then thereafter we have direct, indirect. This is synthesis of sentences. Yeah. So here we are. Can you see that? Somebody say yes or no, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, what do you understand by the term transformation? Anybody who can tell me what is the transformation? Anyone? Just show up your hand, or otherwise simply just give your reply.
Sir, to change one sentence to another without changing its meaning.
Hmm. Without changing its meaning. So, main point that comes out of the whole thing is without changing its meaning, when we are actually transforming one sentence into the other sentence, we are transforming it. Can we frame that into the any other structure or any other form of sentence? Any other definition can we bring out? Harsimran or the other one like Dharam? Can you please tell me in your language, in your own words, how would you understand transformation? What is transformation? Have you heard transformation somewhere? I heard the word transformation for the first time, not for the first time, but as far as my childhood is concerned, I watched lots of movies. Transformer was the name of the movie. It was a lot of like artificial intelligence into that, or a lot of things are like fights and action was there. Transformer or something. There was a movie called Transformer. So the word came into my life is transformer. So the like there was a lot of transformation in that, and in even the conversion in that. But here the transformation of sentences says that like you can transform one structure into the other, but you cannot change the meaning and the soul of the, like for example, I will try to create a human being. Here you can see a human being. It's an apparition of a human being. Apparition means a spirit of a human being. Okay, that's the whole thing which is called body. Okay, so when we have the body, body can transform. We know that even in a real life, body can change, and the spirit goes out when the person dies, and it gets into another body. That means changing from one body to the other is a natural phenomena, or it's a universal phenomena, that from one body to the other the structure can change. Like the body structure can change, but the soul will remain the same. Soul will remain soul here means the meaning. Okay, same goes for the sentences, no? Sentences can have a different structure, sentences can have a different body, but will have always the same meaning. Meaning is our soul here. That means we can't actually get the soul uh, like away, or we cannot destroy the soul. The meaning will remain the same. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. Now, when we transform sentences, we should understand first of all, why do we need to transform sentences? What is the requirement of transforming the sentences? Obviously, when we write same kind of sentences, what it adds is monotony. Anybody who can tell me what is monotony? What is
Is it
monotony?
boring?
Yeah, boredom. You're right. Absolutely right. Boredom. It adds boredom to the kind of sentences that you make. Is there any other reason for like transforming the sentences? Any other reason? I will give you. I'm waiting for like 3 seconds. Three, two, one. I would give you the variety, because when we add like other kind of sentences, or other kind of sentences we try to use instead of the same category, we add variety to it, which gives vibrant, or what we say, um, quality as well. That the person knows the different kind of structures to be written, or person has the ability to express in different ways, not in one way. The person knows that I can say one statement in other form as well. So that is why the transformation of sentences is um, I would say that maximally required kind of concept to be understood, to have a, a greater grip on the kind of language stuff. If you really want to transform the sentences, then there are some rules and regulations that you have to follow with the certain set of sentences. And with those certain set of sentences, you have to follow the same kind of pattern to remember them, that how we will change them. So first of them is sentences containing the adverb to. Okay, now first of all, I would ask any of you if you can tell me what is adverb. What is adverb? I'm waiting for your reply. Harsimran, can you please give the reply? Dharam, and last one, Mehak. Do you have any idea about what is adverb?
So maybe which tells about the quality of a noun.
Quality of a noun. No, no, it's wrong. Yeah. No, somehow you are nearby, but it's not related to the noun. I don't say that no to that. I would say that you are nearby, but it's one of the parts of speech. First of all, you should remember that it is one of the parts of speech which expresses something. You see that add and verb. From that, you can guess it.
Which
Grammar definition.
adds something to the verb.
Yeah, which adds something to the meaning of the verb. That means which adds something. Add from add, just to remember that. I'm not saying that it is the exact definition, but just to remember for a long time or not to do any mistake in finding the definition for the adverb. Remember that ad stands for adjective, but here you will keep it as add, which adds something to the meaning of the verb. But that is the partial definition of adverb. But adverb is a word, it is that word which adds something to the meaning of the verb, like adjective or another adverb. That means it is not add it sorry, does not add only the meaning to the verb, but it adds meaning to the adjective and it adds meaning to the adverb as well. Always remember that. And how would you understand that? Like when we say that the news is too good to be true. Too good. How good the news is. How good the news is. Here, too is used. Too is used before the word good. What is good? Good is adjective. Okay. It adds something to the meaning of adjective. In that means that is why I told you that adverb it does not add meaning to the verb. It does not add meaning to the action, but also sometimes adds meaning to the adjective. It adds something to the meaning of another adverb. If there is any another word which signifies adverb, like for example, they are doing the work very hardworking, hardworkingly. I just tried to make it hardworkingly ends with ly, which signifies adverb. Very, very signifies something about hardworking. How hardworking? Very hardworking. In that case, it is another adverb. Okay, another adverb. So whenever adverb adds, it adds meaning to the three things. Which are those three things? Can you please tell me, anybody? I'll go with the first one. It adds something to the meaning of verb, like he runs slowly. How he runs? He runs slowly. Okay, this slowly word, adds something to the meaning of the action runs. Okay, so what is the second thing that it adds the meaning to? Hurry up.
Sir, adjective.
Yes, adjective. And third thing that it adds a meaning to, another adverb. I gave you the definition and I gave you the meaning as well. So you can rewind the video after it gets uploaded onto the YouTube, and you can just rewind it and see that one what I said about it. Okay. So now you see, two is adverb. Why it is adverb? I explained that one. Why it is adverb? Because it adds something to the meaning of the adjective next to that. Now I think you must be thinking that sir is explaining in a different way. Usually we were going through the lectures and we were trying to actually complete our things in our syllabus, but here what we are trying to do is we are trying to understand and grasp the thing. Whenever there is an adverb in a sentence, how we need to actually see it. If there is any adverb like to particularly, how we are going to change it and what is the meaning of the sentence. And I would ask Harsimran, you have to switch on to the mic as well sometimes because you have to give the reply, beta. Is she there? Mehak, is she there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Harsimran, you have to reply sometimes, beta. So no need to actually shy about it. No need to be shy about it. But now you see that the sentence is there. The news is too good to be true. The news is too good to be true. What do you understand by the statement? What is the meaning in your vernacular language, in your mother tongue? What is the meaning of the statement? What does it stand for you? How do you see this statement? That means whenever you will read the statement, what will you make the meaning of it? Hurry up. Okay, Dharamveer. And last one is Mehak. Mehak,
ਸਰ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਇੰਨੀ ਕੁ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਟਰੂ ਹੋ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ
yeah, it is that much true. Sorry, it is that much good, but something cannot be that good to be so true. It's not possible that it can be true. Like it is so good that it is unbelievable. That means too good here means it is unbelievable to be true. You cannot believe such a news. So that means it gives you the meaning that when we write it in the positive form, we use too. But when we write the same statement in the negative form, we use this structure. So when we write in the negative structure, but the meaning will remain the same. I mean to say that that is why I asked you that what is the meaning in the vernacular language in your mother tongue? What does it stand for? If it stands for something that which will actually signifies the other structure as well, which will also give meaning to the other structure that you're gonna change that into, then definitely your sentence would be written in the right structure. That means if it is in the positive, answer will be in the negative when we are converting that into the other form. So when we say the news is too good to be true, so the rule says that the to will change into so, and a clause will be added to be true. Here, to be true is a phrase which will turn into a clause that it cannot be true. Now, I would explain that one. Just a minute. Just a minute. You see, so the news is so good, to is changed into so good, and this particular portion to be true, I would tell you something about it first. Okay, to be true. Dharamveer, how many words are there in this? Hello.
Sir, 3 words.
Only 3 words, but these 3 words are going to change the whole perspective about the change. Like we are doing with two kind of adverb, two kind of adverb. Here, to be stands for infinitive. It is an infinitive, and this certain sort of structure can be used only when we are having an infinitive after the adjective to. Sorry, after the adjective good. There is adjective in this case good. Adjective can be any, but after the adjective, if there is infinitive, then only this structure will be used. Okay, that is given in your 8th standard book, but I know that you haven't read that. I know that you haven't read that. I know that nobody picks up the book. Okay, and even I know that it must not have been explained in the class too. Okay, now here, if infinitive is given, what is infinitive? First of all, infinitive is that verb which does not depend upon the subject of the sentence. Infinitive is infinitive. That means any subject can be applied. Singular, plural, doesn't matter. But simply it will add something, what we say, it will be used as addition to a statement to explain the reason. Okay. Um, I went to the market to buy something. Here, when I say that to buy something, what is to buy? I gave the reason. So when we give the reason, then combination to plus first verbs of first form is used, present form of verb is used, then it is what is that? It is infinitive. And in case if there is infinitive and then only this will be changed like this. Okay. Now another thing that I have to add to that is it cannot be true. Now you see that it is used just because the word is non-living thing. News is not a human being, so that is why it is used in the second clause. That is actually, I told you that it starts a clause, so that is why we have to have a conjunction before that one. Okay, that it cannot. Why cannot is used? Why could not is not used here? Can anybody tell? Why cannot is used but could not is not used?
Sir, because question is also in present.
Identified by the word is. If there was, the news was too good to be true, then it could happen. It could not be true. Then it would turn into the past tense. If the question is in the present tense, answer has to be in the present tense itself. So cannot be true. Okay. Now you see that you are giving a certain sort of what we say that prediction on that. It cannot be true accordingly you. So whenever you use this one, two kind of transformation, that would be explained accordingly your perspective. Okay, so your perspective is more important in this kind of change. The news is too good to be true. I think so. The news is so good that it cannot be true. So it means that it is your perspective. Accordingly your perspective, it cannot be true. I don't think so it can be true then. Okay. So the news is so good that it cannot be true. Now you see that next one. He is too proud to beg. Again, I told you, two plus infinitive verbs first form. When the transformation has this, it will turn into two, will change into so. That now that's why I told you that your prediction here, he would not beg. Now when you see a person, Harsimran, can you please tell me the meaning of the sentence, question sentence? He is too proud to beg.
Sir, this can mean that he is so proudy that he will not beg.
Yeah. Now we have used would here or will here in any way. Okay. The tense is in any way. But I want to tell you one thing, that when we say somebody to be proud, we are so sure always. We are not making any prediction in that. So when we are not making any prediction, then here we are sure about it. The person will definitely do that. Okay. So if somebody is so proud, then proudy person, we know that they won't beg. If the person has so much of the what we say, that pride in himself, then he won't beg any time. Okay. Won't beg before anyone, won't bow before anyone. So the person who will so proud, okay, two will change into so, that he would not beg. So that is the, what we say, that a thin line between the use of cannot or will not. Will not, in case of will not, we are so sure, but in cannot, we are actually making a prediction about it. We are predicting it. Yeah, it cannot be true, nahi ho sakta. Okay, it would not be true, ye nahi hoga or nahi ho sakta. So in nahi ho sakta, we are just telling that ye ho nahi sakta. And in case of would not, nahi hoga, we're sure about it. So I hope so it makes some sense. It makes some sense or not for all of you? Does it make some sense? Nobody's replying. Anyways, Mehak, did you understand that, or you have any query about it? If you have any query, please come forward. Don't worry.
Sir, actually, it is understood.
Yeah, it is understood. And Dharam,
Sir, it is understood.
yeah, okay. So I hope so. Harsimran has already gotten it because she has given the meaning rightly. And why would is used? Why will not is not used? Now I would ask that. Why will not is not used? Why would is used?
Because we have made the prediction that we will not beg it.
No, it's not a prediction. I'm not saying that would not. possibility. When we use, possible prediction, we can say that. Like maybe to make you understand, I use cannot for the prediction as well, but for the understanding, I told you cannot will be for the prediction. Here is also the prediction, but in a prediction, in a surely sense. In a surely sense, you are sure about it. Yeah, if somebody is proud, then definitely he would not beg. Would not beg is, it's a possibility. It expresses the possibility. So he's so proud that he would not beg. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
I hope so. Oh, yeah. So now thereafter, see, my idea is not to actually run through your lecture or run through your class. I just want to make you understand the thing and the problems related to that in a proper way. So that is why I started with the two kind of, because I know that there are 8 questions in your transformation of sentences, and one of the question will have two into that. Okay. So now, for example, there is another example which also contains cannot again. Okay, it also contain cannot again, and the tense issue and everything will remain the same. The tense, if the tense is present, the cannot will be used, is will be used. If the tense will change, if that would be was, then it would change into could not again. But one statement I will frame for myself, you give me the reply for the same. Okay. Because that can also be possible that it will come in this way. He is too He's too clever in the he's too clever in the class. For example, this is a statement. Can you please tell me how it would be changed? And what is the difference between the given sentences that I told you before and taught you before about adverb and these sentences? Sorry, this sentence. Harsimran, would you like to go for that first? M H D. So Dharam, Harsimran, and Mehak. Yeah. So first term is of Dharam, then Harsimran, then Mehak. Yeah. Go for it. What is the difference? Now I'll speak the statement. He's so clever in the class. How would it change? Dharam, if you don't have the reply, please say that, sir. I don't know that. I won't mind it. I won't mind it.
Sir,
If
like he's so clever in the class.
so clever. Yeah, he's so clever in the class. I said the same. He's so clever in the okay, got it. You change that one. He's too clever in the class. He's too clever. You change that he's so clever in the class. Okay. Okay. Why didn't you use the next clause that he cannot be like something like that? Why?
So like there is no action going on or something like
No,
that.
I mentioned you whenever this clause system it will be used, it will be used only in a condition that when in the question there is infinitive. If there is infinitive, and infinitive is two plus verbs, first form, present form of verb. And I gave you the definition for infinitive again and again. Time and again I have explained in the previous videos also about the infinitive. I have made a video for the infinitive. But here the thing is to be understood, when we say he is so clever in the whole class. For example, this is a statement. He's sorry, too clever in the whole class. Here the answer also has to be in the positive, because the sense will become the positive only. Okay, sense is also the positive. He's too clever in this case, because there is no infinitive in the last portion. There is prepositional phrase in the whole class, so it is a prepositional phrase. So that is why if there is no infinitive, it will change into, like, we will change the adverb into another adverb. He is extremely, or he is, um, just a minute, extremely clever in the whole class. Okay. He is extremely clever in the whole class. So extremely signifies to, any other word which hugely is equal to very to. Okay. So he's very clever in the whole class. All these words signifies the word to here, because there is no infinitive at the end. We are not going to change it into the another clause, that is cannot or could not, depending upon the tense of the statement. Did you understand? All of you, please. I would like to ask that. All of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. And what about the rest of the two? I don't know, like, do I need to tell again and again? Anyways, anyways. So now one kind of construction that I have explained today is adverb. Okay. Now another kind of construction that we are talking about is the active and passive voice. How many of you know the active and passive voice? What is active and what is passive? What is active and what is passive? I think I have created one video for the same. I would send you the video for the same, okay, because it is a very lengthy concept. I think I have created the video for the same. Did you watch my video about active and passive voice? I would like to ask. If no, then please watch it, because I think that contains. But here, to make you understand, if you have watched it, then I think from the given set of examples only, it will be clear that whether you have really watched my video or not. Okay, it will be clear from there itself. Let me see. First of all, I explained that one in my video, as far as I remember that one, that what is the meaning of active and passive voice. But before starting that one, I explained about the meaning of voice. Voice is the way the thing has been said, the way the action has been has been said, whether it is said in the active form, how it is said in the active form. When the subject is the doer of action in the sentence, then it is an active voice. And when the subject is the receiver of action rather than the doer of action, then it is a passive voice. So that is the basic difference that I explained about, and minutely I actually explained about it. Uh, but somehow, for your basic understanding, I would write over here active voice and the passive voice. Remember that one, when the action is done by the subject, because there were five golden rules that I explained. Five golden rules. The subject will not, subject will become the object, and object will become the subject. These were the two rules, and then thereafter, the tense of the statement will be changed accordingly. Sorry, the helping verb will be used accordingly, the tense of the statement, tense of the question. I told you that. And then thereafter, always and always use a past participle in the passive voice. That was the third rule. And the fourth rule was that always use a preposition accordingly, the suitability of the question and suitability of the situation in the sentence. Okay. And then the last one was the earlier said one, that subject will become the object, and obviously the first one was object will become the subject. But in every case, it will not be done. It depends upon the kind of sentences. So there are not all the sentences to be changed into the passive voice. There are around 7 to 8 sentences, or the tenses which can be converted into the passive voice. Okay, 7 to 8 tenses that can be changed into the passive voice. So when it comes to particularly this this category of sentence, can you please tell me what kind of sentence is in the active form? What kind of, I'm not saying the tense, what kind of sentence is that? Anybody? Harsimran? Sorry, Dharam? Say no if there is no, please. Dharam? Hello? Okay, Mehak?
Sir, simple.
No, it's not a simple sentence. Anybody else? It's not assertive sentence. It is not affirmative sentence. Obviously, affirmation will come, but in a different way. But here it is not affirmative or the assertive sentence. But what kind of sentence is that? Har Simran or Dharam? Dharam is there or not? Is Dharam there or not?
No, sir.
Where is he? Anyways, and what about Harsimran? She is also not there.
Don't know, sir.
You don't know. So say that thing. It's okay. It's fine. So it's very simple thing. You should understand that. I will write one sentence and you will tell me that what kind of sentence is that. Open the door. What kind of sentence is that?
Sir, affirmative.
No, again it's wrong. Harsimran, do you have the reply for the same? Open the door is a kind of sentence. What kind of sentence is that?
Uh,
What,
I
what
think
kind of
it's
sentence? Yeah.
so order. It can be.
Yeah, it's an order. That's exactly what I wanted you to, reply. But when we say an order or we request somebody or we advise somebody, what kind of sentences those used to be? I will write over that. Tell me that. Do you know about it? One alphabet was missing. Imperative. Do you know anything about imperative sentences? Imperative means when we give instruction to somebody or we give order to someone or we request someone, like we say, please bring me a glass of water. Glass of water. Okay, whatever. Okay, please bring me a glass of water. Here the sentence is in the imperative tone. When the imperative tone is to be used, the five golden rules do not apply. Some of them are applied, but the things are changed differently than the normally change kind of pattern. In this case, the pattern is different. When we say the give the order here means like it can be said in two ways, but I'll tell you by this method why they have written with let. Subject plus be plus verbs, the third form. That is the construction that you need to remember. Okay, be and then third form. Obviously, when we are using be, then we always use past participle with that. Okay, but when we say be a good boy, it doesn't make any sense. That action has to be, there is no action. Be a good boy, there is no action, there is adjectivity. So here it is very clear when we are changing that let the order be given. So it's clear, let the order is the subject, be is our obviously the additive verb, and then the given is our third form of verb, and which is always a permanent rule to change it into the passive voice. Okay, but usually what I said was like is in the previous videos. I will just add the links to those videos in this video whenever this topic will come, active and passive voice, like right now we are studying. So if the same thing will come, and then simultaneously you will see the link and you can switch on to that link and watch the video so that you can understand the whole concept. You will have to have a lot of time to understand that one. I know that it will be a very grinding process, it will be very lengthy process, but still once it is done you can explain it to anyone. Okay, once you are going to go through that one, then thereafter you need not to worry about it. Obviously, let me give you one example. You see, in Canada, when we study, it's very easy. We get sources, we get lots of things. We try to sort out each and everything with the help of different resources. But in India, we know that we study a lot. That's why our minds and the brains work better, and they work efficiently in the direction where they should go into. Okay, so you have a time which is what we say plenty of time. Okay, you have a plenty of time right at the moment in your age. You can contribute that time to understand it. Okay, so understand the concepts that are there. Okay, do not actually be feel lazy about it, that I need not to do it. Once it is done, you see, I have heard many of my colleagues, many of my what we say the classmates also, saying that colleagues as well as classmates, they used to say the same thing. Yeah, I don't understand this particular portion of the grammar. I don't understand why they say this or that. Why give the order is an imperative sentence or something like that. You are blessed. The students who are studying in ICSE board or in any other board who have done the grammar properly, they are blessed because you get time to understand all of them, all these kind of intricacies in the sentences. So kindly go through them, please. You have the time later on when you will, suppose you jump into the Canada or any other foreign country, you won't get time to change yourself. Let me tell you, you can change lots of things, but if you want to bring changes in the learning, it will be adding to the works and works and works. It will pile up your work too much. Okay, so instead of piling it up, do it segregated way, sorry, segregated way, so that you may have enough and plenty of time to do it in efficient manner. That's it. Now, coming to the point, give the order. Now I told you that how it is to be changed, let the order be given, but in other way also it can be written. Give the order can be written in this way: you are advised or ordered, in whichever way you feel it is given, ordered to give the order, to give the order. Why this particular change is not done? Because if you will use this particular way, then the third form will not be used, and infinitive form is used to give the order, so it will turn into the infinitive mode. So you can change it by this form, or you can change it by this form, like you are ordered to um, give the orders. Okay, you are ordered to give the order, you are advised to give the order, or in any way, but that would turn it into the infinitive mode, to give the order. When we add to the last, to give the order, it is infinitive mode. Okay, so when you add at the last, to give the, you are ordered to give the order, then it will be changed into the infinitive order. That is why teachers supposed to use this particular thing to create a certain sort of symphony in the mind of the student, that yeah, this is the only way that we can turn that into. And even the different boards, they try to stop us from using different structures. It's not like that. Language is not to be crammed, language is to be used freely, sometimes informally and formally as well, depends upon the way you do it. For example, you are in a profession, you are at a working place, then definitely you cannot actually be wrong in some of the formalities. But in case of informal language, it's me who is explaining mm, a meaning of something. It's me who is explaining. It all depends upon the person who speaks to convey the meaning. If the meaning is clear, then definitely there is no problem. If the meaning is clear to the rest of the people are able to understand your point of view, then I don't think so that there is any requirement of actually any order of anything learning. But if the learning is done in a proper way, the way that you have the time right at the moment, academic students, then definitely later on you will feel the blessings. You'll feel the blessings that we have done hard work, and with our hard work we have achieved something. That's it. Now, coming to the next statement, you see that someone has picked my pocket. What do you mean by picking up a pocket? Have you ever seen anybody picking up the pocket? What is picked up the pocket, and what is the meaning of the statement? I would like to know. Is Harsimran there?
So, yes, sir.
Yeah, someone has picked my pocket. For first of all, what is the tense of the statement? What's the tense of the statement? If Mehak, you have the answer, you can come in and reply. Okay.
Sir, maybe past.
Okay, it's maybe. That means you're not sure. You're making a guess. When you don't have the right answer, or you're not sure about it, you can say that I'm not sure. Say add these phrases before. I'm not sure, but I think it can be past tense, but it is not past tense. Let me tell you, it's not past tense. Yeah, Harsimran, do you have the reply, or shall I explain that? Harsimran, do you have the reply?
No, sir.
Okay, that's it. That's the spirit. That's the way that I want you to be. Okay. Always be agile to give reply. Okay. It's not like your answer has to be correct, answer has to be wrong. It means that only and only you are ready to actually participate. More you will participate, more you will be what we say bold. Okay. Be bold in replying. Okay. Someone has picked my pocket is in the present perfect tense. How would you signify that? Has, then verbs, third form, that is past participle. It's past participle. Someone is our subject. Subject plus has, then verb third form. Okay. Um, and then my pocket. It is the object. Every time object won't be present in the sentence, but here you have to understand what is the meaning of the sentence. Someone has picked my pocket. Somebody is trying to tell that किसी ने मेरी चोरी कर ली है या मेरी जेब मार ली है या ऐसे करके बोल रहा है. The person is trying to say that किसी ने मेरी like somebody has stolen my money or something. Okay. Now picked my pocket और मेरी जेब जेब मार ली गई है. तो जेब मार ली गई है तो that means जेब में से कुछ निकाल लिया गया है. That means the action is complete. When the action is complete, whenever the action is complete, okay, in the present tense, okay, and when the action just completed in the present tense started from the past, that means somebody must be following the person, and firstly the person must have tried 2 or 3 times, and the third time, like right at that moment, the person got to know that, yeah, my pocket has been picked, when he said that in the active form, it would be someone has picked my pocket. Now the subject came before someone. Okay. Here like subject is the someone. What has been picked? My pocket. Okay. Object. So now when the that has to be turned, we know that present perfect tense will be changed with the rule. What is that rule? These are not the only tenses that let me tell you that which are to be changed into the passive form. There are other tenses as well which are going to be changed into the passive form. Okay, but I'm trying to explain only these examples just because I told you that you have to watch those videos which will be linked to this video particularly. I will add up to that. Okay. Then thereafter, that means you can click onto that and then watch those videos. Okay. And rest of the kind of constructions I will add up again, linking up to the videos at the last or something, because I think I have created the affirmative and negative sentences as well, but we will see that one how we are going to do it in examples. We will explain. Here you see that the present perfect tense has a rule. What is that rule? Like helping verb will be like has and have depending upon the subject, because the object is going to be turned into the subject, and if the subject is my pocket, now pocket would be singular, so it will take has. Then the another thing that has been there in the perfect case is been. Been will be added in the passive voice and verbs third form. Okay, that is a basic rule. Then rest of the thing will remain the same. My pocket has been picked. Why didn't we use by someone? Why didn't we use? Anybody who can tell me that by someone is not used? Because it is common sense. It's a common sense that someone we don't know. If there is Ram or Sham or Sita, Geeta, Nita, Anita, Fita, whatever the names are, if the names are given over there, then we are sure about it. The person has been someone else. Like who someone is that? Okay. So there we have to mention my pocket has been picked by Ram. I'm sure about it. But when I'm not sure about it, when I'm unsure about it, there is a certain sort of doubt in my mind about the same, then definitely I need not to use anything. Okay. So there I can keep it up to the verb's third form. And the rest of the rule is not to be explained. I hope that both of you have a sense of understanding about the same, because I have taught you before as well. So I don't know whether you remembered, the things that we have discussed. Okay. Now, it's another example. One should keep one's promises. First of all, I would like to ask both of you: are you tired?
No, sir.
Okay. And what about the other one, like Harsimran?
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Now you see, one should keep one's promises. One should keep one's promises. So here, one is also, it is for everybody. Every single person should do the same thing. So that is why here it is given that the main thing about that we are talking about is promises. Okay, that is why promises are used as a subject. Okay, so and in this case, we have to use the same kind of helping verb, because if the modal verb is used, the rule says that if the modal verb is used in the active form, it will add be plus verb's third form with that. That is the rule which signifies. Okay. Here, one should keep one's promises. Promises should then be plus verb's third form. Keep is changed into kept. That is a past participle form of verb. I hope you understand. Did you understand? I hope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If there is any query till now, you can ask me, because I will link up the active and passive voice here itself, like at the end of like explanation of active and passive voice. Okay.
Sir, affirmative and imperative.
Yeah. What is the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'll explain that. You see, I will explain firstly by assertive. What do you mean by assert? Assert means to say something. Assert means I assert that, I confirm that, or I have a point of view about it. Assertion. When you make assertion, that means you have a point of view about the same. Assertion can be made in yes or no. When we say something, I completed my work. I completed my work. If I say I completed, when assertion or when assertive sentence is made in the yes form, my work, let me write the whole sentence. I completed my work. When I say something in um, yes form, it is in the affirmative tone. It is affirmative. Okay. But when I say that sorry, just a minute. Uh, yeah. When I say the same sentence, I did not complete my work. I said it in the negative form. So it is in the negative form. That is the difference between affirmative and negative. But now, as you said that, what is the difference between affirmative and the imperative? Now, imperative, I told you, the word signifies itself that there would be instruction. Instruction can be given, I told you, in three ways: order, request, and advice. Okay, three ways: advice, request, and order. When I say that I completed my work, now I would ask you, uh, Mehak, can you please tell me, when I said I completed my work, what kind of sentence is that?
Sir, assertive.
Hello, am I audible?
Sir, assertive.
Assertive, I told you, assertive are have two categories. Like one is affirmative, other is negative. What kind of category is that?
Sir, affirmative.
Because we affirm that, because we say yes to that. When we say yes to it, but have we made any instruction in that?
No, sir.
Have we have we said anything to anyone saying that please do this, or like we requested somebody or advised somebody?
No, sir.
And if we want to advise somebody, what we would advise in this case, can we convert that into the affirmative imperative tone?
Yes, sir.
How?
You are ordered to complete your work.
Very good. And that is in the passive form. But active form: complete your work. And now another difference between affirmative and the imperative is, like, imperative starts with the verb complete your work. Subject comes second. But in case of affirmative sentence, we use the subject before. Like when we say that I completed, okay, up to this one only, if I say that I is the subject, subject came first, completed is the verb, second form of verb, I completed my work. So it's very different. Like both of them are very different. I hope both of you have understood that one. I think Harsimran was aware of it or not, I don't know, but still I wanted to explain that thing because as you asked, did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
okay. That's great. Now, affirmative and negative sentences. Shall we go for it, or are you tired? Because 9 minutes are there, still there. Because I kept it up to 10:30, I think. So 9 minutes are still there. Would you like to continue, or you want it to be in the next session, or you want to explain something else, or you have any query about it?
So you can continue.
Okay, we will continue. What about Harsimran? Would you like to continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then these 9 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever we have, we will just contribute towards this, particularly these two particular affirmative. Now, affirmative, as I explained earlier, so thank you very much to Mehak, because I explained affirmative and negative already, the kind of sentences they are. But here we are transforming from affirmative to negative. So, to understand that whether the statement is given in the affirmative form, we should understand that there should not be word like no, nobody, okay, never, or not. If that doesn't exist in the statement, that is an affirmative sentence. That will become an affirmative sentence. Okay, that will become affirmative sentence. Now, I was doubtful whether it was you. Is there any negative word in that?
No, sir.
No. So it's very clear that there is no negative word in that. Okay, and that is why when we want to convert that into the negative sentence and we don't want to change the meaning, then we have to find a source. Now here you see that doubtful. What is doubtful? What is doubtful? The person who is in the doubt. Not the person, like a phenomena of being in the doubt would be doubtful. Somebody is doubtful. Doubtful can be turned. Doubtful is adjective here. So one of the way to turn that affirmative to negative is changing the adjective into negative opposite. Negative of the opposite adjective, not then opposite adjective. Got it? Opposite adjective. Now you see that I was doubtful. What is the opposite of doubtful?
Sir, not sure.
Arey no. Doubtful's opposite is sure. When I say that I am doubtful, opposite to that I can say that I am sure about it. Okay, I'm sure about it. But I said that the answer has to have the negative sentence, then negative word, not plus opposite of the adjective. Opposite of adjective would be doubtful's opposite, not sure. Okay, if adjective is given in the sentence in the affirmative case, then definitely it will have not plus opposite of the adjective. Opposite of the adjective. Here you see that opposite of the adjective. Here adjective is doubtful and doubtful's opposite is sure. So that is why I was not sure. Then whether it was you, that it was you. I was not sure that it was you. Okay. So whether did not come because here we confirmed that one. Okay. I was not sure. I was doubtful whether it was you. There was I was not sure. So when you use the word I was not sure that it was you. So I just completely made the meaning in the negative form. Yeah, I was not sure that it was you. That it was you. Whether it was you, it doesn't matter whether you are writing with whether or not. Here the teacher is going to see this. The teacher who is going to check that one will see that one. That not sure. And this constraint that whether to that usually remember that one whenever we are trying to answer the question that we use whether to that. Okay, so when we change that into the from affirmative to negative, but here I am trying to tell you the whole thing has nothing to do this whole thing has nothing to do with the change. So change, basically the teacher will try to understand whether the student knows the change or not. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
If there is any doubt you can still ask, both of you. You know my email. Okay, I will not write here. Okay, I study 596 at the rate of gmail.com if you want to actually know, like have any query or suggest anyone else also to have the classes, you can just send that email to them, and then simply they can get in touch with me. Okay. Rest is they can actually still get that get in touch with me through the number which is still existing WhatsApp number. Okay. Now the another thing, another category of the sentence which is very very I would say not short, very very, because very very doesn't exist in English. We try to use that one very very in informal way, very very wrong. Okay, which is extremely, hugely, mammothly, largely. Okay, whatever. Okay, as soon as he saw us, this is the one that I'm talking about. Okay, this is very very important, this is extremely important kind of sentence which is to be understood. Okay. Now after explaining this, I would say that this particular thing I have already explained in one of the video.
Sir, you are not audible. Sir, you are not audible.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So half of the thing I don't know, like at what time I stopped. My voice stopped. So can you please tell me? Something else is getting written, anyways. So can you please tell me what I explained about as soon as?
Sir, when you started explaining as soon as your voice stops.
Okay, you can watch in the video as well, no problem with that. What I wanted to tell you was that if the tense is Rahul, welcome. Actually, I was not aware that you were there in the class. Okay, Rahul, is he there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rahul, I just want to know that, like, whether the concepts are becoming clear. I don't know, like, when you have joined, but you can watch a video later on. Like, I'm gonna upload the same. Okay, upload the same. There are some subtitles that I think I need to hide. Anyhow, so here I was explaining about. I was saying that like this is the last one, and then the next one I will explain through the video that I have already created, and I'll just attach the video with that. Okay. So now, what as soon as was all about? As soon as he saw us, it is in the past form. Okay, it is in the past form, and next clause is also in the past form. And whenever we actually write this sentence, as soon as he saw us, then we are following it with a comma. Okay, and as soon as is always and always written in the affirmative. Here it is written in the affirmative. Okay, and as soon as will turn into the no sooner, and the rest of the thing. Okay, that we will explain. Okay, now I'll explain that one. I'll give you 10 minutes more for the same. Okay, remember that the what is the difference between one conversion and the other? Subject, and then there is second form of verbs, second form of verb, and then object, then the comma and the rest of the clause. Now when we say that as soon as he saw us, जैसे ही उसने मेरे को देखा वो भाग गया, जैसे ही उसने मेरे को देखा वो भाग गया. Like, to turn that into the negative sentence, we know that obviously negation word is required. So negation word in this case came earlier. Okay, came earlier. No sooner, मतलब बिना time छोड़े. No sooner did he see us. Now why did is used? Can anybody tell? Rahul or anyone can tell me? Can you tell me why did is used? Mehak.
No, sir.
Yeah, you see. Because the question is in the past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense has the combination did plus not. Okay. Then verbs of first form, first form, sorry, first form. So did plus not plus verbs first form is a combination that we use to write the negative sentence in the past indefinite. So we cannot change the tense, no, we cannot change the meaning. That's what we discussed earlier. So no sooner then the second form here, the another difference is in the question statement we use subject before, but in the answer statement here we have used the helping verb before. That is how it is different sentence. Okay, did he see us? Okay, no sooner did is second form of verb, sorry, helping verb which is used in past indefinite negative form. Then he is our subject. Okay, and with the did, I told you did plus not plus verbs of first form. Okay, but in this case, in this change, we have used negation earlier, did secondary. Okay, that is the only difference. No sooner did, because we are not using not there, we are using no sooner. So that is the difference between the normal sentence and this sentence. Okay, so no sooner earlier, and then did secondary, and then came the subject did he. And I told you whenever we are using past indefinite negative sentence, we use first form see, then us, then he ran away. Another thing that got changed is comma turned into the then. And with the no sooner, we always use than, not any other word. Remember that. With the no sooner, we use than. Okay, THEN, not THEN or WHEN. We cannot use that. We use only than. Remember that one. The next of the clause will remain the same. Now, when I change that one, and after that one, I ask that one, as soon as he sees us, as soon as he sees us, he runs away. What is the tense of the statement? I would like to ask first of all. Tense of the statement. Mehak,
I'm not sure, but maybe it's in present.
it's in the present tense. Anybody else? Rahul? No answer. Harsimran? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the tense is very clear. Tense is usually understood with the help of the verb. C plus S is used. That means verbs first form plus S. Where do we use that? Verbs first form plus S, a present form of verb plus inflection word, or what we say suffix S. Where do we use? In present indefinite. In present indefinite. Remember that. In present indefinite, we do that. Okay? In present indefinite, we do that. So it is present indefinite, and next also is the present indefinite. If this is the scenario, I'm saying that if this is the scenario, then how would you change? Mehak, try yourself. Rahul and other also try yourself. Try to give reply for the same. What will be your answer for the same? First word will remain the same. No sooner. Okay. Yeah. Next one would be, it would be did or something else. What is a helping verb that is used in the present indefinite negative sentence? Anybody see the kind of tenses that oh my god. Anyways, no sooner does will come, because subject is he. That is why does will come, because it does is the like helping verb that we use in the present indefinite negative. No sooner does he, then verbs first form see us. No sooner does he see us than he runs away. That will remain the same. That will 101% will remain the same. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope so. What about the rest of the two?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Rahul,
Yes, sir.
I hope so. If not understood, you are free to ask me. There is no issue in that. Okay. Now I would like to tell you that as soon as can be changed into some other forms as well. Not only no sooner, but it can be changed into hardly. But with hardly, we use not then, but when. Okay. The rest of the change will remain the same. Hardly did he see us when he ran away. But when will come, not then. Remember always. Rest of the construction will remain the same. Same way. Scarcely did he see us when he ran away. But the tense will change accordingly the given question. If there is past indefinite, here it was past indefinite. That means you have to see my tense videos as well. Please watch those videos, then you will be assured that what are the different tenses are there. But see, I told you that it can be explained within the 15 minutes if we really have all of them on tips. But explanation of them, if I have to explain, it is like a Ramayan. It will be very lengthy. Every minute detail, if I have to explain, then it will take a long time. Not the one chart can explain, but I will send you one PDF file which can actually help you out to understand only and only tenses. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in for the class. If you have any query, please come up with your queries and ask me. Harsimran, do you have any query?
No, sir.
That's great. But if just give me your feedback about the same, that how did you like the class, and what else could have been done in the class? Okay. Now, Mehak,
Sir, no.
no. Okay. So same thing applies to you as well. Give the feedback somehow uh, in the email. Try to write an email, or you can just send me on the WhatsApp. But WhatsApp is not actually the way. Actually, you should give me the feedback on the email. You can send me, sir, like we really like that thing or this thing, so that I maybe feel like I would feel like appreciated and even depreciated. I would say that, or even I would get some feedback about like what is to be explained in a different way. And Rahul, can you please switch on to the mic?
No, sir.
Okay. And the thing is, Rahul, you were late. You were late. Why were you late in the class? Do you have any reason for the same? Mm-mm. Rahul, switch on to the camera, please. Switch into the camera, please. Rahul, camera and the mic, both of the things. I would like to talk to you, because that was not the time. Actually, you came late. Somehow you can watch the video. Anyways, you are reluctant to do that. It's okay, it's fine. Whenever you talk to anybody, please have the confidence to come up on the mic and come up with the camera on, because there is nothing to be shy about. Okay, there is nothing to feel embarrassed about it, that somebody would watch me on YouTube or something like that. Once you will, have that courage and cudgels, what we say, your efforts are going to be, doubled up. And if your efforts are great, then I think you will have a certain sort of satisfaction with you. Yeah, I did my best. If my answers were wrong, that was not the thing my teacher was checking, and I never checked that thing. Okay, I never checked the thing there as well. I told you that, like, it's not something to be worried about. If you're doing mistakes are the part of life, and to err is a human and to forgive is divine. It's still my fundamental that I follow. Okay, thank you very much for joining in for the class. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Have a good one. Good night, all of you. I think there is good night only.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Good night, everyone.